So I want to now. I believe you know how to install dependency on Node.js. So I have some dependency installed already. So before you can start a Node.js backend, you need to install uh, have your package installed already on your documents folder. So based on the normal Node.js, before you install anything, then there's something we call npm init. Then you have something minus, then have it here that is you want it to be global. Every file that you are creating, everything will be there. I have this already. That's why you are seeing here. I have my package.json already here. That's why it shows that I won't do anything than just to show you the step. So now after installing that, there's something we call dependency. So with the help of the dependency, you can install any package, any package that you want in your backend. So I'm using this will be for what's it called? We call it basic backend structure. Like you can use just the basic knowledge of backend that you can that can help you to get started. That's why I'm using this dependency. We call it Express. Then if you want to install that, you can easily go to npm install. You can use a short hi, it means install, but you can write it full install express, then you click on enter. After that you will see it here when the dependency have successfully installed. So now what we need to do here is to have our server, our files, that is where we keep our app to start running. This is a backend already. This is a backend. So what we need to do exactly is to just make the backend to work and be accessible through the web pages. So now I'm heading to a file that I've created, app.js. I might use this, but let me just leave this aside. I'm just trying to show something here. So let's get started. Since my dependency or my Express package have been successfully installed, then what I need to do is to get started immediately. So if you want to, first thing that you need to do on your backend is to call out your Express package. Then let me just call it out. Express equal to require. Then it must be a require. Then you have it here. Then this is where you call it out. These are you call out your dependency that you want to use in any backend using Node.js. So after this, there's something we call app. This will be the one to listen to what you want. The server is going to listen to the server. Like if you are making a request, if you are posting or getting a request or anything that you want to do with the server, this this is when we'll be using it. Then we call it const app equal to express. Then we call it out. That's it. You have your app created already. So now what I need to do is to have a port, because without a port, our app will not be able to listen to anything. Though it might listen, but we must include a port. I hope you understand. Then let me add it here. We have a port. Then equal to, let me use 3000. 3000. Then what I need to do here is to make sure if the server is running or not. I would like to know if the server is running or not, or if there's any error with the server. So let me, here we go, app.listening. Then we call out, we bring our port here. Then I'm logging something here. So sorry, let me quickly do it this way. Then let me log it here. Oh, sorry. Oh, bam, 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 bam. Yes, I have my console.log. Then I'm writing something here. Our app is running on, oh sorry, I need to use something, another thing here, sorry, so that it will make it easy for us. In JavaScript we have something like this. If you want to pass any data to a description, we must use something like this. App is running on, then our $, then we have this port you put there on port. That's it. It's going to show the port. That is, the app is running already. So that's that about our app is listening to something, is listening to our port. So one thing that we need, first thing that we need to do, because there's something we call middleware. This middleware will be to want to undo something. Maybe you have something in your browser, you are passing something. This middleware will help us to get it and pass it to the server. You are trying to put it inside database or anything. This middleware will help. That is, it. Let me say your server. This is your server. Your server is here, just like you having a server in your right part. Then something is the middle and another one is at the right, maybe left side. I hope you understand. That is, the middleware will be the one to pass from here to here. It's going to get from here to here. I hope you understand. So I'm calling out the middleware. Let me comment it out. Sorry, middleware, middleware. So this middleware, this is how we are going to call it out. We are using our app. Is a app, is a server already. Anything that you name it, then that's what you'll be calling out for you to make to know that this server is running properly. I hope you understand. So app.use, then we call out our express.json. That is, whenever you are passing a JSON, you must make sure something is you get it. Now, after adding this, let's have our temporary, let me call it domain data. That is, you can just say tempo, sorry, temporary database. We are not connecting to any database here. So let's users equal to, we have this, then we have our data here. There's something we call ID1, comma, then name. We have this, make use of the, let me, John, John Smith. Then we have email. Then we have, let me just say, John at example.com. Just an example. So we have another one. We need to make another one here also. Then we call it ID. Then the ID will be number 2. Then we have it a name. Or then we have this. Let me give it Mary, Mary, Mary James. Just name it that way. So we have our email also. Mary at example.com. That's that. So we have our mini data structure at the top. So now what I need to do, if I want to get data from here on our web, maybe we are sending a request to get the data from these users. That is, we are trying to get any information from each users. We have something we call route. This route will be the one to fetch it out. If you don't have the proper route, like, yeah, you having something slash what you, anything you name it. I hope you understand. I'm showing you the example now. So let me use my app.get. We are trying to get information from the our domain database. Then we have this slash users. Then there's something we called request and response. This request works and response also works. Their parts differently. It's not the same. Like now, if you are trying to get something from the web using sorry using your get request, you might need what we call request and rest, but to make it quickie, we can just use something we call what's it called, our response vary. So let me call it out. Then response dot uh, response dot JSON. Then we insert the list the users that we have here. That's that. That one is done. We can get users through this what I've just written. So let me just go back to my browser. Then I'm going to show you. These are I haven't. Oh, sorry, nothing here to display. Then what I need to do here is let me just load this. I'm adding this. Sorry, I have one terminal on already. So what I need to do here is node app. Yes, our app is running. Yes, our app is running now. So what I need to do here is to come to my browser, then try to know if what I've written is working or not. As you can see, we don't have any part in our website that is like this. What I need to do here is to add slash users. Now, as you can, what we have written in our virtual studio code is here already, has already been populated. We have user ID 1, then we have user ID 2, and their name and email, everything about them is here. That is what I write uh inside this small code works for me. So now what I need to do now is to go, let's add a new data to the database. Then let me call it then post. We are using the same. No, don't forget to use this when you're trying to give it something like slash. Then you have this our requests and response equal to, sorry, then you do it this way. Now what we need, because we are passing something from the browser, that is not from, let me say, it's not from this, we are not writing it. That is, user needs to take action here. What we need to do, we have our form input. That is, we have a form input somewhere. They insert their name, their email. This, what I'm about to do, is going to collect the address from them and pass it through this middleware, and save it to, maybe you have a database or anywhere that you are storing your data. Any information that you get is going to save it there. So now what I need to do is const name and email. That's what we need for them for now. Then we have to call out our request.body. So now we have called out, any moment any user come to the in your front end, maybe your form input, and they insert their name and email or any information that you want from them. That is, this will extract it. It's going to extract it from the web browser that they are submitting it and pass it to any logic that you are trying to do here. So what I need to do now is to save this into database. Then I'm calling out another const new user equal to, we have id. Id is equal to user, oh, id is equal to user dot length. That is, we are forming a new uh sorry, we are forming a new id. That is, once we have 1 2, in JavaScript there's something we have 0 1 2, because they can't start from 0. you know you have anything running in your JavaScript, maybe you have a line of code and you're trying to bring together some array of a document that you have in your database. If you go and check it very well, it starts from 0. So don't make mistakes. Sometimes you don't need this, just a basic one. That's why I'm using this. I hope you understand. Length plus 1, then comma, then name. You get the name from here. Have you seen it? You get it from here. And also email. That's it. So what you need to do here is, after getting it, that is, this has already formed a new ID. We have a name, we have an email also. So what we need to do here is to save it into the database. So I'm calling out the users dot push. We are pushing it. We are pushing it to the database. Push our new data from users. That's it. We have pushed it. So now we need to know maybe the database have been pushed or not. So now let's do it this way. We have our response dot status. We need to have a good status that is 2.1, or we can just use 200 based on the number you inserted. If you get this score, that is everything went perfectly. So data does, then we have something we call JSON, and we pass the new users there. That's it. We have created a route whereby a user can easily post or insert any information they wanted through this. We are going to get this through the input, the form input that we inserted in your form page or any website that the people are trying to sign up. I hope you understand. Let me comment it so you get what I'm saying. Adding a new user route. Yes, this is, let's call it get users route. Get all users route. That's it. So what we need to do next is adding, maybe we want to delete anything in our data, maybe we want to delete anything in our database. With the help of this, you can easily identify the files, like the file that you are about to delete, that you wanted to delete. I hope you understand. So now we call it dot delete. Don't forget dot delete, then same step as this, slash users slash then id, then you come out. Don't come out. Come on. Insert your requests and response equal to. So what we need to do here is to get the we need to get the actual ID that people through the URL. So what we need to do is const user ID equal to, we have something we called pass int. This pass int help us to get what we needed. So now with this pass int, we are going to pass something called r request dot we are using this dot id. That's it. Dot id. So the next thing that we need to do here is to just um we have getting the id. So what we need to do here is we have our user equal to uh we have this, our user equal to um, 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 um sorry, okay, after having the user id, then we insert something here that is um wait, I'm coming. So what I need to do here is to call it user users. Sorry, I need to attend to something. Sorry, I need to go through something. So now what I need to do here is users dot, we are filtering out, we are going to filter it out. Filtering out filters. Okay, then we have this, then we call it user equal to, then we have after this something we call user equal, not equal to user id. So with the help of this, then we have our response dot JSON. Then we have this and this. We need to pass a message that is what we deleted successful. Pass a message and user user. We need to call out the ID. We need to call out the ID, that is the ID that we deleted is deleted. That though I don't insert a lot of maybe it's not something that is complicated. It's just a simple logic for beginners. You haven't done something like this just for you to understand that these are basic backend works. So if I wanted to insert maybe like handling error, to make my code work perfectly, that is, it's going to send me an error message, and if it was successful, it's going to send me a successful message, just like what I did here. I hope you understand. So this is just a basic um backend structure. So I'm going to the browser now. What I need to do, yes, as you can see, our user data have been here. So for me to test the post request, I need to make use of a tools. I use Postman, and I use Insomnia, and I use Postman. Yes, I use them. So I don't want, you can easily, if you have chance to download it, you can easily go and download it on your browser. Then you can try to use to know maybe the input and the because the body really works based on what the setup. If you don't understand anything, let me know. I will guide you.